Virgos, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is going to be for February 22nd through the 28th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology, very different from mainstream astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to click the link for more information. All right, Virgos, so this is going to be a very spiritual week, and specifically for you guys, because right on Monday, we do have a full moon in your 12th house of spirituality, of everything behind the psyche, of your deeper self, your unconscious, right? Having that faith, that trust, getting rest, relaxation, your alone time, meditation. And this has already been an area that's been expanding for you because Jupiter's been transiting this part of the chart. So I think over the past 6 months or so, you have been learning a lot about this and maybe have had plenty of opportunities to do those things. So with the full moon, this could be specifically a culmination if for those of you who have been involved with this directly or started something new in this area 6 months ago, right? Because we're at the midpoint now from that cycle. So if not, though, at the very least, you guys have that awareness. There's that spiritual insight, and it's very receptive. It's very much in the internal sense, guiding you, helping you learn more about the spiritual aspects of life and the importance of having that connection to God or that connection to life. And these are things that you can access through meditation and whatnot, but it's really just, within. And it could be accessed in any present moment. And for some of you, it could be dreams, or whatever it is, depending on your personal chart. But the important thing here, I think, is that awareness and willingness to see the spiritual side of life, the spiritual side of you even, and then integrate it into the other spheres. Because the full moon is all about a high point, right? And so it's not so much like a new moon where it's more reflective. It's much more about applying it into the other areas of your life. So that's the spiritual side of it, but it's also going to be opposing up to Neptune, really emphasizing that. And so this is pulling on your 6th house, which has been the importance of having the faith and trust and stuff in your everyday experience. Neptune in the 6th is about seeing how every moment, again, is that opportunity to have faith and trust or presence and peace, really, in your existence. And it does take sort of discipline, though. And of course, you Virgos know this, like meditation, and to have a routine and all this really helps solidify and helps you build a platform for you to have a spiritual aspect of life. So it's all about integrating the 6th house, which is about the practical. It's about applying. It's about creating a routine, a regiment, a discipline in order to have this greater peace in your life and really seeing them as one and the same thing. This is what you might call your spiritual work, which is both on the spiritual side and also on the earthly side of that 6th house. So that's been Neptune showing you this over many years. And, now it's all about balancing that, integrating that. The sun is going to go over Neptune over the weekend, further emphasizing the spiritual side of it. And so that's going to be more so about, you understanding more about the importance of the time management, energy management, routine, and all of this. And you could be gaining some insight, in fact, about all of these sort of spiritual connotations to these everyday things. So it's a very insightful week. Okay, we've got a lot of insightful sort of aspects and things, but this is specifically insightful for you in terms of the spiritual avenues of the everyday experiences. All right, so that's going to be pretty much all week long with that. We do have some important aspects. Jupiter is going to be opposing up to Chiron here on Tuesday. There's healing taking place, and again, it's involving these same areas. Jupiter, again, helping you understand more about your spiritual side, but now all this learning and this outlook about life in this new way is going through a healing process. And this is nothing new, in fact. This has been going on since the early part of November. All right, but it's the second aspect now, which is the more introverted aspect. And this is another insight too. More insight is coming to the forefront with this. So it's really just about learning more about yourself on that deeper level, learning more about yourself spiritually, and naturally through that, there can be this shift, this new direction, this new rejuvenation, in fact, of this type of aspect. All right. Then as we go through the rest of the week, we do have some important aspects involving your ruler, Mercury. Mercury will be sextiling up to Saturn here on Wednesday and Thursday. So with this one, you guys could be feeling quite grounded, quite rooted this week, which is great. Maybe with the everyday stuff, maybe with the communications, the correspondence, those types of activities, maybe with your career. And this is all really involving your self-expression. It's been, I think, a lot of attention on either your interests or your self-expression lately, which has been your ruler in that 5th house. And I think you can enjoy, in fact, a lot of maybe the creative pursuits, the self-expressive pursuits. So all of that stuff is very good this week, all right? Anywhere from the self-expression to the creativity, to the communications, the correspondence, and your career or work in that sense. Now, a bit later here on Friday, Mercury then sextiles up to Uranus. So you guys are feeling probably a bit freeing up, maybe changing that routine, changing the way you express yourself. Maybe there's some nice changes with relationships, new or existing ones perhaps. At least there's just an opening for that. So the sextiles are just sort of gateways. They're not anything necessarily, but there is something here, something opening up for you two, I think, on Friday to have a bit more freedom and to change things up a bit. And that could be quite exciting. Then, like I said, over the weekend, the sun does conjoin up to Neptune, right? Really emphasizing that 6th house, about having faith and trust along the everyday experiences, and how to really trust that everything that you are building, that you are involved with on the earthly sense is, of course, unfolding in divine timing and how it's meant to. All right, Virgo, so have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Take care.